I'm just kind of hanging out, playing some music. So I'm practicing Chris Stapleton right now. I hope you dance. So if you're in here and you've got some questions or want to do something or want to look at something, let me know. If not, I'm just going to hang out and do my thing. If you have questions, though, I'm happy to help you guys. Let's see. It looks like there's a couple people in here. If you want to say, hey, let me know who's here. Ralph, there you go. How's it going, Ralph? Hey, have you entered the guitar giveaway yet, Ralph? You should have got some emails, maybe seen some videos the last week or two about the Zager guitar giveaway I'm doing. It's actually this guitar right here. So just while you're here, I want to make sure all of you guys get entered into this. You did. All right, Ralph, good. I appreciate that. It's a cool guitar. I don't know if you've had Zager guitars or ever played a Zager, but this is the actual guitar I'm giving away. So whoever wins it next week, I'm going to be shipping this to you. So I'm glad you got entered. Were you able to use the code and get some extra entries for being a member? I hope so. And if you were, good luck. And if you, I see a few people in here. So if you don't know about the giveaway, there's a link down in the description. I want you to get entered. I want one of my all access members to enter. It's open to everybody, but I'm hoping that one of you guys will enter it. I mean, will win it. I know a bunch of you have entered already, so thank you. I got some requests for a lesson on I Hope You Dance, the Chris Stapleton's version. Leanne Womack did this one, but I've been practicing Chris Stapleton. He just does some cool picking in there, very simple picking. So that's what I've been playing today and messing around with. I see a few people in here. Let me know who is here. I know Ralph's here, and Ralph is entered for the giveaway. Who else we got in here? Maybe Gary or Jim's there. Jim, I know you got entered. Were you able to use the code for the giveaway, guitar giveaway? For your car. Well, good. Hopefully you win a car. Where's that giveaway going on? I would love to get entered on that one. I don't have a car giveaway going. I have a guitar giveaway. Okay. Typo, Jim. Well, I'm glad you got entered. And you got the code, so you got a few extra entries, more than the other people. So that's good. Who else is here? We got Ralph, Jim. I see a few other people in here. Let me know. Do you guys have your guitars? And if you have any questions, let me know. If you need any help with anything, I can try to explain it to you here, try to figure it out. If you're having any problems, I'm just hanging out. So I'm practicing. But if you guys have any questions at all, let me know. Or anything you want to work on. Or if you just want to hear me strum the guitar. You'll take the guitar to play in your car. Oh, you're on your way home, Jim. Are you on your way home from work or from where? Maybe you shouldn't be typing if you're driving or something. Hopefully you're not driving. I want you to stay safe out there. Did any of you guys see my newest video, the one on El Paso by Marty Robbins? I put that one out yesterday. Your Christmas shopping. Well, that's awesome, Jim. You got to get that stuff out of the way. This is the wrong time to be Christmas shopping. I'm sure everything's packed right now. Ralph, you got your guitar? I know Jim does not have his guitar. I wonder if I can see who's in here. It shows that there's 5 people, but I've only heard from 2 people so far saying hey. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I'm just experimenting. I didn't know YouTube was so easy to go live on. Last time I tried it, it was not that easy. I needed other software to be able to do it. So I just wanted to try something tonight because I want to connect with you guys more. I want to help you more if possible. And if you'll be here, if you'll show up, if you want to be here, I can help you. Ralph, you struggle with rhythm. Should you use a metronome? You're looking for a capo? Definitely a metronome is helpful, but you can also just use songs that you're playing along with, or, like anything that's got a drum beat in it. If you're listening to a song, you can play right along with that. You don't even necessarily have to play the chords along with the song. If rhythm and keeping a steady beat's what you're having trouble with, you can just mute the strings and try to keep a beat with the drums or with the song. So a metronome could be helpful if you're just playing by yourself and not listening to any music or anything like that. But if you don't have a metronome, you can also just play along with anything that's playing, any song on the radio or on that you have a CD or on YouTube or whatever. You can just keep the beat, even if you don't know the song. You can practice. And sometimes the simplest way to work on something that you're having trouble with is just focus on that. So if you have trouble with rhythm, you don't want to have to be thinking about changing chords or doing anything like that. Maybe if you know one chord, just stay on the one chord and really focus, work on your rhythm. Work on keeping the steady beat, even if it's really slow. Maybe tap your foot along while you're playing every beat. Maybe listen to the drums of the song or whatever the beat, any beat you can get a hold of, or even just counting in your head. And I wonder, can you count like 1, 2, 3, 4 steadily, and can you keep a beat that way? Or because if you could do that, you could even count to yourself and keep a beat here in your mind and in your mouth. 1, 2, 3, 4, and try to get your body and your hand to do the same thing. And a lot of it is just memory. Like our brains have a hard time learning things sometimes. So just practicing. So if you have a metronome, that's a good way to help you, but you can also just play along with a track that's playing, listen to the drum beat and do your best to stay on that rhythm and do a downbeat every time you hear, one of the drum beats or the beat of the bass, or different things you can do. But yes, a metronome can be helpful, but if you don't have that, you can do other things as well. Did that answer your question, or did that bring up any more questions for you? A lot of people have trouble strumming and keeping a steady beat, especially when they're changing chords or switching chords. But if you can just not do that, not have to worry about doing any chords or anything, just mute the strings and practice keeping a steady beat that way. Right. So yeah, how long have you been playing, Ralph? Hey Jay, how's it going? You struggle with the rhythm on Wagon Wheel. Okay. I'm going to see, let me see if I can bring that up. Some of these songs, I forget really how I play them, or I just need a little tiny refresher. I just put Wagon Wheel out not long ago, so let me see if I can find this. So I can remember the straight strumming pattern and that kind of stuff that I taught you. Capo 2nd fret, it looks like. Wagon Wheel feels like it has a swing rhythm. Every song I teach you how to play, we'll play with capo on the 2nd fret or G, E minor 7. You just can't do a whole song by yourself, so you just have trouble like keeping the beat. You kind of lose beat in your mind, but if you're playing with someone else and you kind of have that beat to follow, then that's easier for you, is what it sounds like you're saying, Ralph. You can do 3rd fret on the 2nd and 1st strings, or you can. I'm watching my Wagon Wheel video right here, so I can figure out what we're doing. Heading down south to the land of the. Heading down south of the land. Yeah, so Ralph, that's interesting. You ever try just tapping your foot while you're playing to kind of try to keep a beat that way? I don't know how I do it. I just kind of keep it going in my mind. And sometimes I don't really stay on beat and I'll kind of fluctuate. Sometimes I speed up. Sometimes I slow down while I'm playing. I don't know if that's really noticeable. But when I'm playing by myself, it really doesn't make too much of a difference because I'm just playing it at my tempo. I don't need to keep up with anyone else. So it may not be that big of an issue for you. I wonder, Jay, if Wagon Wheel because it's just simple down up strumming. And do you hear me accenting every I kind of accent every other thing, but it's a really simple pattern. So how do you mean you struggle with the rhythm? Like, are you just not able to keep a steady rhythm? Do you have your guitar, Jay? How can you guys hear me really well? And does the guitar sound good? And can you see me very well? Let me know how the sound is and everything. So you've got your guitar. You can hear me well, Jay. Are you able to just play through this with me? Just G, D, E minor, C add 9. I'm just going to play through it. So if you want, I'm going to play through it really slowly, and you can kind of watch how I'm doing it. Notice that I'm accenting every other down strum. All right, Jim, be careful. We'll see you soon. I'll wait for you. Heading down south to the land notice I don't know the words to any song unless it's like George Strait. Let me know if you were able to follow me there, John, Jay. You could also do the, practice the same way without switching chords. You were able to play along with me there? Were you doing the accenting of the down strum before when you were having trouble, or did you just catch that now as I was playing it? Maybe that was kind of what you were having trouble with, because I made the strumming and the rhythm sound a little bit different, but I was doing a very simple pattern. Okay. So hopefully that was helpful. Maybe now you know what's going on a little better. Maybe it's a little clearer. Maybe it's a little easier than you thought it was. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Okay, good. Well, did that answer your question, or you think you can do it better now, Jay? Great, cool, good. Are there any other songs you have trouble with the rhythm on, or was that kind of just one that gave you some problem? Good. I'm happy that helped. That's what I want to do with you guys. I want to help you as much as I can. And so little quick stuff like this where I can get on, you can ask a question, or I can explain something a little better. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Saying what beat you accent is very helpful. Okay. Yeah, and sometimes like on these videos, I'm so used to playing what I play. And so in my mind, a lot of the stuff I do is very like common sense. I know how to do it. And sometimes I assume other people can hear that stuff or they can do it, but I know everyone's different. I know a lot of people have no clue what I'm doing. So sometimes I don't explain things as well as I want to or as well as I should. So this helps me to be able to just go back and kind of clear things up a little bit. The chair, where'd you come from? And David, did you sign up for the guitar giveaway since I see you now? Country Roads, you have the same one. Okay, good job. David, did you get the code that you were supposed to use and get a few more votes for yourself on that giveaway? Just let me know. Tried to make sure you guys are getting that code. All right, David. So what I'm doing here, the Chair by George Strait, right? First string, 3rd fret. I'm just playing my D position here, 3rd fret. Then I'm pulling off the 1st string to the 2nd fret. Leo, what's up? So first string, pulling off, then playing the 2nd string, then playing the 3rd string, all on this D position. And then you can just slide up to the 4th fret. Or you can hammer on, I don't know, hopefully, or you can hammer on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, up to the 4th fret. And then we're on the G chord. Or you can do that all just kind of picking it like this with your 2nd and 1st finger. Is that helpful? Leo, did you get entered for the guitar giveaway? This giveaway right here, this guitar. Just want to make sure that all of you here got entered to that, because I want one of you to win. David, you did not enter. Well, if you're interested in this guitar, you got a few more days to get entered. I've sent you guys emails, done a couple videos on it. She stopped loving me today. I've not done that one, and I've kind of, we could look at it right now. It's got a key change in it, so I kind of stayed away from doing it. I've thought about doing it. Or do you mean he stopped loving her or she stopped loving me? What song are you talking about there? Jay got entered. Leo got entered. Okay, good. Remember the code, Guitar Friends. That's for you guys only, all access members. You have a better chance than anyone else. What's up, RT? RT, did you get entered for the giveaway? Want to make sure everyone's getting in on this. He stopped loving her. Okay, so you want to work on that right now? We can probably do a little bit of it, or at least get you started. Good. Thank you for entering. It's a great guitar. I love it anyway. I don't really want to give it away, but it's getting given away. Let me bring up this song. So David, you've been sliding 2nd to the 3rd. You've been doing that. Sliding 2nd to the 3rd. And then 2nd string E. You've been doing that. Good job, RT. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are getting my emails or seeing my videos and getting entered. There are times I don't strum the entire chord. Yes, a lot of times I'll just do more bass notes. Sometimes I'll kind of hit a bass note on the down strum and then just a few of the higher strings on an up strum. Or just kind of do all my strumming down here on like the bottom few strings. And then I'll just throw a random full strum in there at times and then maybe quiet it down. You can play around with a lot of different stuff, and I do that because it's really boring when you just go like do all the strings at the same time. If you can leave some out, add some, maybe just do a bass note, then do 1 or 2 of these strings, that adds a lot to what you're playing and the sound. Can you hear how much that changes and just adds a little bit of just character, really kind of fills out the song, just makes it more interesting. So there's a lot you can do with your strumming. So play around with that, adding in more, leaving some out. All right, so David, you got the chair down now? You're doing it correctly now? Hopefully that was helpful. He stopped loving her today. That's what we're looking at next. Great, David. Good job. Let's see.
He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still prayed upon his mind.
Can you guys hear this recording that I'm playing of George Jones singing this? And there you are. You got your guitar and you got the chair down. So I think we're all clear on that. We're just checking out He Stopped Loving Her Today. So I'm playing G, C, D, D7. You think this will be helpful for you? Leo?
He said, I'll love you till I die. She told him you'll forget in time.
So, Dan, how's it going, Dan? You should cut off echo cancellation and switch to stereo input. How do I do that? I have no idea how to do that. Is that something on my computer, YouTube, on my phone? I'm not going to play it long, but I'll just kind of get started there. He said, I loved her, do-do-do. No, I'm not. This is straight through YouTube, and it looked really easy, so that's why I'm here trying it, because all I have to do is go to YouTube and go live. So I'm not using any streaming software. So if that's why it maybe doesn't sound as good, that may be the problem. Right, and so, okay, so you understand that, Leo. You just don't know about the key change. So what I'm going to do, we'll figure that out for you really quickly. And I don't like doing the key changes because I don't like playing like a bunch of bar chords after. But we'll figure this out.
She still prayed upon his mind.
All right, so Dan is, thank you. Thanks for letting me know this, because I want to know how this sounds and looks to you guys. You're saying you can hear the guitar great, but when I play this George Jones, the sound's kind of crappy. Is that right? All right, cool. Thank you. So I'll try to not play that much. I just wanted to see how the song went and see if we could get in the right key. Awesome. Thank you, Dan.
He kept her pictures on his wall.
Yeah, so that's all it is. It goes up a half step. So it's G sharp now, just like Dan's saying, which is how I would play it. And if I did a lesson on it, I wouldn't do any of the key changes. I would just try to play it straight through in the same key, because it's hard to play, to go into playing then bar chord and then bar chord and then bar chord. You can do it, but just the sound is not awesome. So right there, it goes up a half step. Does that make sense, Leo? Yeah, so if I was playing this song by myself, I would not even worry about the key change. The only time I do key changes, generally when I'm playing for myself, is, you know, if it's an easy chord that I can do, like if it's going from like Amarillo by Morning, right? It starts on the D chord and then it key changes up a full step, and so it's going to the E. So songs like that, I'll do key changes, but if they're like this where it's going up a half a step and I'm gonna have to do a bunch of bar chords, I don't even worry about that. So cool. So you got that. So you know how to play it now. Leo, are you gonna put a capo on, or are you gonna play it all in the same key? What are you gonna do? Hoping she'll come back again. So you're gonna go right there, you're gonna stop, and then you're gonna do this. Or you're gonna have this right here, maybe. Hoping she'll come back again. Na 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 na. Because then it changes keys again in the song, doesn't it? Doesn't it go up another half step? Yeah, so you can do that, definitely. I just don't really like doing that. Okay, what else? We got a few people in here. I see some new people. Just want to make sure you have entered the Zager giveaway. If you haven't done that, if you haven't seen my emails, or if you have not seen one of my videos where I announced that, I hope that you guys will get entered and use your code Guitar Friends, because I want one of you to win it. So there is only one key change. Okay. I thought maybe there was another one. Okay. Yeah. It's another song that I'm thinking of that has like 2 key changes in it, maybe. What licks are you talking about, Dan? Are you talking about just the little picking things I do? Well, do you hybrid pick? Do you use the pick and your fingers? They're just little simple things, and I'm just playing around. Like, I don't really know. What do you mean? Do I have an email listed? What do you mean there? You mostly strum. So you can do some contact info. Rob at Learn Guitar Favorites. Let me see if I can type that. That's my email address there. So you strum mostly. I strum and then I pick also. Because we could strum He Stopped Loving Her Today, right? Just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Or we could pick it. do our key change. If I knew how to change it. But yeah, you can do a lot of picking you can do. And that's just a simple one. I'm just doing 6th string, 4th string, picking the 2nd and 3rd strings with my fingers, and then back to the 4th string. And I'm basically doing the same thing on the C chord, except I'm doing the 5th string, 5, 4, 2, and 3 together, and then back to the 4th string. Does that make sense? David, I've not done a lesson on jukebox with a country song. You want to try to start it right now? Let's see if we can figure it out. I've not done that lesson, but it's a cool song. I've listened to it, thought about doing it, but I've not. You want to know what videos you got coming up? I'm always happy. Today I recorded Cole by Dylan Gossett. I got a bunch of requests for that one. It Takes a Woman by Chris Stapleton. Let me just show you. Here's a bunch. I don't know if you can see this. Here's a list of ones I've recorded. So we got 23 by Chase Beckham. We have Hold On by Luke Grimes. We have Light On in the Kitchen by Ashley McBride. Where the Wild Things Are by Luke Combs. Damn Country Music by Riley Green. Wildfire by, who's that by? Michael Martin Murphy? Is that who sings that? Don't Take the Girl, Tim McGraw. Sleeping Alone by Flatland Cavalry. We got a bunch coming up, man. It looks like there's 7. At one time, there were 9 of you. David? Okay, let's listen to this real quick. You like 90s? I do too. 90s stuff is so cool. Okay, it's in D, David. Starts out in D. After 3 good years together, we had our first big... A, so we have a D in there, we have A, we have G, we have E major so far. So after 3 good years together, we had our first big fight. So she went to her mother, and I went for a ride. Then to A. So it starts out D, A, D, then D, G, D, then D, A, D, then E, then A. We had our first big fight, and she went to her mother, and I went for a ride. This is 90s country, isn't it? You can use E7 or A. Well, that's a different key than David. I'm listening to Doug Stone's version right here, and it is in D. Isn't this 90s country? So you got that? Down, 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 up, down. What you do with those strings? Is that the right song, or did I switch songs? Okay, Jim, I'll answer your question in a minute. On the floor. I'm doing down, up here. Was that helpful? Or do you need some more explaining? I just pretty much played through the verse and the chorus. I don't know how well you could hear that. Habits. You're not sure if it's good or bad. In an effort to be quiet, you use your thumb instead of a pick. I think that's totally fine. When I used to play, I started playing guitar when I was in high school, and my family, my parents and my brother and sister would sit and watch TV every night, and I would sit there and just, instead of like just using my thumb, I would just mute the strings to be quieter. So just palm muting. That's pretty quiet. You can use your thumb as well. I don't think that's a bad habit at all, if that's the way you like to do it. If I was you, if you're just going to use your thumb, I would use another finger, another couple fingers, and practice using more than just your thumb. But a thumb, I do not think is a bad idea at all if you just want to stay quiet. But you can also just mute. It's not quite as quiet maybe, but you can be pretty quiet. But I don't think anything's wrong with using your thumb. Awesome. Cool. All right, David. So you think you're good with that song right now? Jukebox with a country song. That's a good one. I may do a lesson on that one. I wish I could do every song that I get requests for, and it's tough. And I know some of them are pretty easy, and some of them all you need is just a little start like that, and you can probably play through the whole thing now. But there's just so much good music out there, and I start to think about, okay, well, what, how many people are going to want this song, or is this song, do I just have one request for this song, or do I have 20 requests for this song? So it's hard for me to do a ton of songs that I would like to do, but just don't have time for, or want to do something else first. But a song like this is kind of nice because I don't really have to spend much time learning it. I've been listening to it, if it's a 90s country song, I've listened to it for a lot of years. So I already know it, know the melody in my head. I never played the song, but I can go through it and play it fairly easily. So something like this that doesn't take me a lot of time to practice, where I could just practice it for a few times, play through it, sing through it a couple times, and go record a video. Those are easy for me. Some songs I've never heard, they have a lot of picking, and I got to spend a week learning the song and put a lot of time to learning it before I can actually record a video. So something like this I may just do because it's a cool song, but I wish I could do all the requests that are out there. Chord progressions. Yeah, so practice, right? That's an answer to a lot of questions, but there's other answers also, like other things that might be helpful to you. So give me an example of like a chord progression you need help with, Jay. Like, do you have trouble going from G to C to D, or do you have trouble with a specific progression or specific chords? Nice, Jim. G, D, C. So going from the G chord to the D chord to the C chord. And so do you have more trouble going from the G to the D, or from the D to the C? Or do you just kind of have trouble doing all of those? From the D to the C. So if you have trouble just a lot between two different chords, I would just forget about the G at first, right? And if you have trouble going from D to C, I would just spend time going back and forth, going as slow as you need to go to kind of keep on the beat and go smoothly. Like some people can't go really fast, right? But if they slowed down, they could do it without having to stop. And so a lot of that is just practice. Your brain has to, it's like learning anything, whenever you start learning something, it may be really hard for your brain to keep track or to be able to do. And it's the same thing with chords. Your fingers, your mind has to memorize exactly where the fingers need to go. And moving back and forth, even without strumming. You don't even have to strum. You can just go back and forth to the positions and try to keep going back and forth steadily without having to stop and think of it, without having to stop and think about what you're doing. So that's a good tip, is just don't even strum. just get to where you can work your fingers back and forth. And then if you can strum, if you're good enough to just go back and forth with just your fingers, then strum, but try to strum slowly enough to where you can keep going back and forth. And it's just going to take time and more practice, but the more you do it over time, it's going to get easier for you. So all you're doing really is it's more brain exercise, getting your brain and your body to work together. So hopefully that is helpful to you. You have lots of burger clean bar chords. What is B-E-R-G-E-R? Is that a typo, David? All right, Leo, thank you, man. Take care. Good luck. I appreciate you being here. Thank you guys, all of you, for being here. I want to do more of these if you guys want to be here, and if you've got questions for me, I want to help you. So let me know if you enjoy these. And I appreciate all of you guys for stopping in. Are you still there, David? I've got lots of burger. You have trouble with the F chord, Jay. You have trouble with both chords, huh? So you have trouble also with just 4 fingers or 4 strings. That's no problem, Jim. Glad you stopped by. I appreciate you. We'll do this again. And I'll try to give you guys some more notice and start doing these more regularly. Maybe an evening during the week, maybe weekends. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to experiment and see when most of you guys are available. And I'll try to start scheduling something more regularly for you. You got better at bar chords. You just have trouble transitioning from like a D to a F sharp minor. Is that what you mean? You too, Jim. Have a good weekend. Thank you. So Jay, where do you have the trouble? So say you have trouble on just playing an F chord on the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Which strings do you have trouble on? Like, can you make any of the strings sound good? Yeah, if you've got arthritis, a lot of people don't have that movement. So do sometimes whatever you can. So Jay, you're saying these 2 strings right here, the 2nd and 1st strings, is what you can't get to sound. Is that right? If that is correct, then just forget about the other strings for a while and just practice playing these 2. If you play just the 2nd and 1st strings without the others, can you get them to sound good? I'd like to know that. Can you do just those strings by themselves? You can do that. Okay. So if you can do 2 strings, then add in another string. Add in the 3rd string. See if you can do all of those. Can you do 3 strings at a time? So if you can do 3, that's great. Can you add one more in there? All right, man. Thanks for being here. Take care. Enjoy your weekend. adding the fourth is where you have trouble with it. Is that what that says? There's a little heart right here in my chat where you guys are commenting that covers up some of the words. Let me just, that's where you lose it. So the fourth string. Okay, so let's start the other way then, Jay. So how about, can you do the fourth and the third at the same time? Can you just do those two without the first? So you can do those. Can you add the second now and do those three? Not the first string, just the fourth, third, and the second. I'm curious if you can do that. So you can do those three. So you just can't, and just shift your first finger a little bit to get that other one in there. Can you get it to sound at all with the four strings? Can you get that first string to make any noise? Yeah. But do you practice it quite a bit? Or have you been trying to do it for a long time and it's just not getting easier? Or are you getting a little bit better, just it's taken a long time? Pretty new? Okay. Yeah, so one thing, like you can see how I'm doing this. If you can look at my first finger, so right now I don't have the first string fretted. I'm just doing the three strings. But to fret the first one, I've got to take my finger and kind of flatten it out. I don't know if you can see that, but my finger is more like this rather than like this when I'm playing a C chord. You may just practice taking your finger and moving it up and down to try to hit that first string. And I've got to push a little harder to play it like that. But that might be one thing that you can do to kind of practice getting that first string to sound. Yeah. So it might just be about the angle that your hand is in. You've got to like flatten out, straighten out that first finger so that this part is getting both strings, right? They're both kind of on this soft part of my finger. I'm not trying to hit them with like the tip of my finger. I've got to get both of them on the soft part up in here. So play around with that some more. Keep practicing that, and hopefully it gets easier. The other thing you could do is just don't even worry about the first string. Just play those three. The other thing you could do is play like you're playing a C chord, but take your fourth finger here, put it on the third fret also. So third fret, fifth string, third fret, fourth string. Then your other chords, you can play an F kind of like that to give it a little more bassy sound, and just play the fifth through the second strings. So there's a few things you can do. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, U shape with your wrist, definitely. I bring my wrist kind of way in and my elbow in when I'm playing bar chords rather than. But if you're just playing the fourth string, yeah, you've kind of just got to do a different thing with your hand and kind of use a little different muscles and get those fingers in a little bit different position. What else you guys got? I got a few more minutes. We can hang out. Let me see. I think the next song I'm going to record is the Chris Stapleton version of I Hope You Dance. Feel the heat, but always keep that on. You still feel small when you stand beside the ocean. I'm gonna be somebody. Let me refresh myself on that. I have played it and I've done a lesson on it. Let me just find it right here.
Ever wonder why so many people say they want to learn guitar, but very few actually learn to play?
Hey, guitar friends, my name is C add. I'm just doing, yeah, I do have a guitar lesson on it. And I'm just doing that strumming pattern there of down, down, or down, down, up, down, down, up. Down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Bobby plays guitar on the hard side of town. It's hard for a poor boy to find the money. Yeah, down, down, up, down, down, up. Seemed like only yesterday. I'm gonna be somebody. One of these days I'm gonna break these chains. Yeah, you can find it easily, David. That's a great song. Travis Tritt. Oh my gosh, he's got some cool stuff. All right, did I answer your questions? You guys got anything else for me? Yeah, he does. One of those other awesome 90s 90s guys. You guys enjoy this? You want to do this some more? I've tried doing Zoom a couple times, and like I need to be better at giving you guys some notice and letting you know when, so we can plan and so you can plan and stuff, because I want to be able to answer your questions easier. So if you enjoy this, we will schedule something else. For you guys that are here, are you better with evenings or mornings or weekends or during the week? I know everyone's got really different schedules. I assume evenings would be better for more people, but I'll try to do, kind of put them at different times. So some people that can't do evenings, maybe they can do other times. But I'll put some more things on the schedule and I'll give you some more notice so I can plan. And if you guys don't know, I'm a hunting guide. So I've been not around much the last several months. And now that I'm back, I want to be able to be more available to you. So David's retired, so anytime is good. That's awesome. I'm going to probably do something for well, we got Christmas coming up. So I might not do anything till after that or right at the beginning of January, but maybe I can get something in towards the end of next week also. And I'll send an email out earlier. And if you guys can be here, that would be great. I appreciate it. I appreciate your questions and I appreciate everything you are. I'm glad you guys are registered in the giveaway. I really wish you luck and hope that you or one of my members wins it because I just love you guys and you guys help me out so much. So Ralph's, you've got a scattered schedule, but evenings are better. Yes, David. Maybe I'll record that one tomorrow since I already practiced it. I'm going to practice it one more time. I'm going to play through the full song right now.
I found this awesome.
Let's play through
That did an amazing job.
Jukebox with a Country Song right now. And then we're going to go and enjoy the rest of the I might do a lesson on that one for you. You would know what lessons would be best for you, Dan. Yeah, David, just play around with stuff. Practice strumming a little bit harder sometimes, strumming a little bit lighter. Where's the sawdust on the jukebox with a country song? Yeah, Dan, that's really all I do there is give you guys, you've got about 20 videos, which is over a month worth of videos that the YouTubers don't get yet. So I put as many of those as I can and try to let you guys have them first, have access. And then, you know, I want to do this more of this stuff with you guys so I can answer your questions and help you this way. And I'm trying to get a course put together that I can put into your membership area. I would love to do a course. Just with some, you know, just that things that I would think would help you be better at playing guitar. Not really a beginner course, but something that could take a big beginner and, you know, explain some things to you in the way I think about things to help you become better. So that's something I want to do this year too, is get that done. All right, guys, thanks for being here. If you don't have any more questions, we're going to end this and we'll get something else scheduled soon. So check your emails whenever you get them. I appreciate you being here. Thanks so much for watching my videos. Thanks for being a member and just thanks for being here tonight. It's fun to connect with you guys. Thanks a lot, Jay. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend and we will do this again and see you again soon. Thanks, guys. Good night.